Good day, everyone. I hope you're having a good Damn! Clearly, something's different about me. You're right, I did get new lighting for my room for this. Anyway, new year, new me, and I really want to discuss something that was near and dear to my heart, just because last year, I can say that now, it was a new season that was revealed and brought to us via Tubi. You saw the title of this, so Escape the Night. Started back in 2016, Escape the Night, created by the lovely graceffa, has one of the most unique and horrifying premises YouTube has ever greenlit. Created when YouTube Red was still active. I pray people know what that is. Essentially, it was YouTubers could get their own shows, and it was made there. 9 to 10 YouTubers are forced into a horror escape room-like world where each are put against one another for the idea of being freed from the decade hell they were sent from. The idea of seeing one's favorite YouTuber interacting with the other and having to fight in each episode was very promising to fans, making it a no-brainer. It was one of YouTube's most successful YouTube Red series. It had 4 seasons. 5 if you count the lost tapes, but we'll get into that when we get there. There have been many featured and many who have died within each season. As a diehard fan of the series, I thought going back for its 10-year anniversary of where they all came from would be fun, honestly. Hi, once again. If you don't know me, my name's Mia404. I post content about my outfits, skits, and I love talking about niche internet culture. Anything that revolves around the arts, I am a diehard fan for. Today we're going over where the cast of Escape the Night Season 1. So, I'm gonna talk about where they are, what they're doing now, and how successful they have become. Are you excited? Let's go.
My name is Shane, and call me the Renegade. Are we allowed to look around?
Around? No, I think we should just stay down here.
This is so clean.
Shane! Wonderful! Oh my god!
I think I got poisoned.
He said he was poisoned!
My responsibility.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Is that it?
Oh no! Time is up.
Oh no!
Jane is dead.
Are you serious? Aren't I so excited to talk about this one? Yeah, if you're not an Escape the Night fan or an Escape the Night connoisseur like myself, Shane Dawson was on the series for like 5 seconds, and then he like fucking died. It was great. The first to go out in the most painful way, showing just how dark things could get, was the Renegade, played by, you know it, Shane Dawson. He was a character on rewatch I actually had no idea was there, because I was too young to really understand Shane Dawson, but now that I do, it's a bit awkward, I will admit.
And his only episode after witnessing the maid kill and drag a body is poisoned and dies once the group is unable to attain the antidote. His death not being fully in vain, as it turns out, he was the first member to be part of the Society Against Evil, the main faction fighting against all horrors within the series.
In reality, actually, this was planned. Shane could only go on set for 1 day, and so this was the first canonical scripted death. In fact, this was actually all planned. Shane could only go on set for 1 day, and so this was the series' first death and the first scripted death. We'll be seeing more of this as the series go on, based on drama and other things. Strangely enough, Joey wanted Shane back from season 4, honestly, the all-star cast, but Shane declined due to scheduling conflicts. At least that's what we're told, but given the time frame of season 4 and the time frame of his drama, most likely that was an excuse.
It's very well known what has happened to Shane Dawson career-wise since Escape the Night, proven with allegations of inappropriate activity and his cat. As for right now, he's trying to get back to the internet, but with all that's come out, it's very clear that the world doesn't want to see him yet.
Though he was at first known for making skits and content. He had movies, books, and whatnot. He was very famous, but also infamous. He did blackface several times. He liked going after kids, actually. Yeah, it wasn't exactly a, nice time to be Shane. He's also known for his documentaries. If you were in The Life of Jeffree Star one, or Trisha Paytas, or Gina Cooney. Each all of them have their own dramas to sort through, and all honesty, that's a whole separate video for another day eventually. He is trying to make a comeback of sorts, but obviously the internet and history will not let him forget what has happened. And honestly, he shouldn't forget.
My name is Andrea, and I am kind of like a fixer.
I feel like Andrea just is in the shadows. Like, she's not putting
Andrea?
in, like...
It's useless.
Welcome to the ungodly machine.
However, the other chamber will fill with a noxious gas from the guest whose partner was not quick enough.
Justine, I'm sorry. Andrea did not survive.
Mistaking her role as a mechanic, which actually her role was more so to do with love and to fix relationships. Thank you, Wiki. Andrea Brooks was the fixer and the first person to actually perish within a challenge. That being the first co-op challenge, actually. Being voted into being perceived as being weak and less than in the group. I'm looking at you, princess. She was paired with Justine as Andrea was sent into the ungodly machine. Essentially, in the lore right now, the ungodly machine was made to create monsters using life force. Their goal was to break the ungodly machine so the monster couldn't be created, actually. But to do that, someone would have to be sacrificed, and sadly that was Andrea herself.
It's discussed that she seems to be the least popular YouTuber that has been featured within Escape the Night, when in reality she has more subscribers than some others at the time. Doing my research, she has an inactive YouTube account, with her last upload being 6 years ago. The latest Andrea has posted was almost 2 years ago on her Instagram. It's been noted she has been dealing with depression and prefers to live a more quiet life now. It's good to see one focus on themselves more, with comments mentioning her fun and unique humor only she could have. Whoever she may be, I hope Andrea's doing well in life.
Looking at it myself, I could see that. She had her own way of humor and whatnot. She posted a lot about makeup, and she seemed to be an all-around great person. We can't blame someone for not wanting to be on social media anymore, especially nowadays. So it's very important to just respect where they are and how they're doing. And you know, I hope she's doing good wherever she is. It sounds like she's dead. Well, she did die, just not. I'm getting ahead of myself.
My name's Justine, and I'm the gambler.
Super obvious to me that
Maybe she needed to go, honestly.
wanted Andrea
What is
to
she
die.
even doing
She
here?
totally
Any of us
didn't
could be a
play
link with evil
it
spirits.
Justine took out Andrea.
I can feel your presence near. Now another unwilling soul must be buried to reverse the spell.
Why would you guys do this to me?
Due to the group suspecting Justine didn't really care about Andrea and almost kind of purposely killing her, Justine was voted to be buried alive. Yeah, buried alive. It terrified me as well. There was no challenge, no debate. She was voted in and one needed to die, and it had to be her. Justine's death is considered one of the most brutal deaths in all of the show. You can seriously get chills by hearing her screams as she tries to run away, but the groundskeeper catches her. They all drag her to be in her own coffin and bury her alive. Her screams suddenly stop as she's sacrificed to the artifact, a thing they need to escape. This is on par to Colleen Ballinger and Rosanna Pansino. It's really scary, in all honesty. That's actually contributed to the fact that she is an actor. She's acted in several things. It's honestly very impressive. Okay, before we do anything, I need to talk about Season 4 All-Stars. So this is gonna be a recurring thing. All-Stars, obviously, was a returning cast of characters. Now then, we are only talking about the character contained within seasons, just because All-Stars Season 4 had a bunch of drama and a bunch of issues going on around it. So it's best if we don't talk about that at the moment, just to save my sanity, please.
She's still one of the most active within the cast, being a very prominent tech YouTuber, and posting just 6 days ago at the time of writing this. She's known for being an all-around great and kind person. She even has a video of last February calling herself one of the YouTube's top creators of 2025.
Now, honestly, Justine was one of the first people in the cast I actually knew of. Granted, I'm not that good at the internet, but I was never on the internet back then, and I was too young to really understand most of the YouTubers. But I knew Justine because she's a very prominent tech YouTuber. In fact, a lot of people know Justine still. I'm very glad, as she is one of the main creators within the tech space. And she's a woman! We win, fellas! We win! And you don't even need to fully understand her content to understand that part, which is crazy. Honestly, she keeps doing what she keeps doing, and it's the same reason I fell in love with her to begin with. She has maintained her status as one of the YouTubers that stayed true to themselves, which is why we like her.
My name is Glozell, and I am the jazz singer.
I'm so glad I invited her
Maybe
tonight.
Joey is in league with this evilness that's going on. He's just so sad.
I don't want any part of this.
I hope that you're still not.
It's your house. You have to know what your servants are doing. My intuition now is telling me that
I'm putting glozell
Joey
down.
has got to be in on it. He must know more than what he's letting on to.
She's toward dying!
One of the most memorable deaths within Season 1 due to the infamous line,
She's toward dying!
Glozell was a personal fan favorite of many people, but back then, I didn't like her. Not because she was rude or anything. It was just because I was a kid watching Escape the Night, so if someone was mean to Joey, I thought they should die. It's very clear she was just really in character. She gave her all as the jazz singer. She was there, she was talking, she was sassy, and she played up her conflict with Joey. In fact, I want to talk about that. Glozell's death is actually planned. It was planned, I believe, a day or two before filming. Glozell's death was the second ever scripted death. Funny. It was due to the fact that Glozell was injured. She had a cane the whole time if you saw her in previous episodes. It was due to the fact that she got injured at the Streamy Awards in 2015. So she went to Joey and asked if she could be killed off because the next episodes required a ton of physical labor and activity. Something she couldn't do, obviously, due to her injury. So paired with the rivalry that was starting to grow between her and Joey, Joey gladly accepted and in fact killed her off, which is why he was so adamant to Lele at the time during their challenge that he needs to kill Glow off. Personally, I laugh each time. It's great.
She is fairly active over on Instagram, along with her podcast promoting health and wellness. She has been on a wellness journey for many years now, still sporting her iconic green lip. As a kid, when I first watched her on Escape the Night, I used to dislike her heavily, but that was before my frontal cortex was developed.
And that's great, honestly. There's nothing really bad to her. She's an overall great person. In fact, I believe back then she made headlines for losing a bunch of weight, and good for her, honestly. She's still such a great and amazing person, still loving to cook and still on cooking shows today. And she keeps being herself. There's really nothing wrong with that, now is there? Oh, side note, you also might know Glozell if you were in the Vine days back then, if you knew the cinema. Personally, don't do that! But yeah, cheers to Glow as the jazz singer. Oh, how I miss her so much.
I'm Sierra, and I am an heiress.
I don't know why he chose me.
Oh, it's cute.
Do you really like them?
I like they haven't done much, honestly, too.
Yeah, you
They
haven't.
all were
Only
like
thing
turning
too-
against. This is my job. This is
Sierra, are you okay?
Sierra, I'm so sorry. I did this wrong.
Her death is caused by a man. Her death is due to the fact that Matt didn't read the instructions during their challenge. So he accidentally killed her while they were performing an exorcism. Blame men for my problems, ladies. Sierra, who was the heiress during her time there, was voted into Matt with a challenge. They had to perform an exorcism, and Matt, not fully fucking reading the instructions, killed Sierra by her getting possessed, essentially. As Joey, who voted her in, described, she wasn't taking things seriously. And honestly, I fully agree. It's very obvious in the show that she was either trying to play her character, but sadly because of that, it made me not like her as much. She was very snobbish and overall not fun to look at, but it was very hard for me to enjoy her. Funny enough, she was extremely useful in her episode, finding the hidden mannequin to figure out the big puzzle of the day.
Looking back, her YouTube, it appears she's gotten married 5 months back. Good for her. And with the comment section being mostly positive, while some of her shorts saying all she cares about is money, which is strangely ironic for an heiress. Sierra says that her time at Escape the Night was extremely sweet, enjoying the time spent with her fellow YouTubers. She found it hard to play such a snobby and stuck-up character, but would love to do something like that in the future if the opportunity presented itself. Overall, she seems to be living her life to the fullest.
Hello, it is Editing Mia here. Yeah, somehow I managed to completely gloss over the amount of drama Sierra has been in. I know. Woe is me or some shit. So she was a part of the Savage Squad, which actually had a bunch of other members of Escape the Night, that being Ava and Tila, that of season 3. Yeah, essentially she and Tila are the main ones that got along, and she only treated people surface level. Not that dreadful, but, you know, could be worse. As many comments all over social media have pointed out, she gives off major pick-me energy, constantly wanting to put down others for herself. In fact, that's why many don't really like her. I could actually see this in Escape the Night itself, but I wanted to give it the benefit of the doubt of her acting, but it is kind of funny. Essentially, the TLDR of it is that she is very much acting spoiled and entitled. Once again, I don't know her personally, nor do many people, so I try not to put a label on these things, but currently, if it quacks like a duck and acts like a duck, it's acting like a duck. Also note, I may not be the best source of this information, even though I've researched countless hours into it, just because I was not a part of this YouTube scene at the time. I stood away from dramas like these just because it didn't really give me much to work on. I didn't really care. And also, I was like a child when most of this blew over. So, yeah.
Looking back now, it seems that she mostly does lifestyle content and getting married almost 5 months back at the time of writing the script, meaning that she probably got married 6 months back. They are criticizing her fame and whatnot, which is strangely funny to being an heiress right there. Honestly, I can't really blame her though. You have money, you use it. But I also understand the hate she gets. Sadly, there's a big pit of Escape the Night characters that were just nothing. They just didn't have time to grow and enough screen time of people fighting to stay relevant and make sure they didn't die. Some fall through the cracks. Overall, currently, she's just living her life. She's enjoying being married. She's having honeymoons. She's just enjoying her life. And we can't really blame her for that. Some YouTubers just want to live their life more in real life instead of on social media. And honestly, that's all good.
My name is Matt. I am the college professor.
Somebody's working with the evil. I think it's her. I said it from the start.
This
Yo, I can't wait to see you die.
You know how much time has been spent just to find these stupid artifacts?
Matt, you made it very clear you wanted to die earlier today.
I don't
If you're
want
wrong,
to
you
do this
die.
anymore. I think I'm almost positive I'm right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if it's you, but
Yes! Oh my god.
One, many like to hate. I'm many. I did not like him during the season. Matt's role was the professor and quickly became apparent for his intense hatred of Lele Pons. Oh, yeah. I didn't also mention this, but the only other person I knew from Escape the Night Season 1 was Lele Pons. I knew her just because I watched a bunch of Vine compilations. It's insane. Essentially, he hated Lele Pons and almost all the girls at one point. He was very vocal about wanting Lele gone. Dead since like episode 2 due to Lele being very loud and vocal, and each episode she audibly exclaimed that she wanted Matt gone as well. Online, it's actually discussed that the drama's in fact real due to how loud Lele was. Even in documentaries, the cast notes that Lele was extremely loud.
Craziest for sure was Lele Pons. Lele.
Lele.
Definitely Lele.
Lele, for sure.
Definitely Lele.
Ollie? No. Lele.
And I don't know if that was meant to be a compliment. Lele and Matt did not get along to their own set. Of course, in the last challenge with Sierra, he accidentally kills her due to not properly reading, and it shows the real weight of that. He becomes depressed, essentially, and is extremely unmotivated to continue, constantly telling the group that they're gonna die no matter what they do, so why bother? In fact, Joey theorizes over on Twitch that this is the reason why Matt purposely died. It's rumored that he in fact did die on purpose due to just hating the long hours filming on set. I can't blame him, but also you signed up for this.
In a Twitch livestream, Joey theorizes Matt acted depressed to get purposely killed off as he no longer enjoyed the late hours filming. Many expressed that his death is incredibly unfair because it stated that no matter who lived, the first person to put down the dolls would always die. He often seems to stream via Twitch using the name Nade's Shot, mostly playing Arc Raiders or COD. His channel is mostly inactive, last video being 6 months ago, and while his character is often perceived as being mishandled by the fandom, he just seems to stay in his lane and just...
Hi. Wow, I thought I could breeze past this. No wonder why it's taking me forever to edit these guys now. Yeah, Nade's Shot was in drama 4 months ago. The reason why this wasn't recommended to me when I was doing my research, I have no clue, actually. Essentially, Nade's Shot was doing a big old gambling stream at the same time his company, 100 Thieves, was doing massive layoffs. Yeah, not great in general, but many people are saying in the comments that he's always been this way, and that he's just a money-hungry, he doesn't really care anymore CEO. He used to be a CEO. He stepped down. Many people are theorizing that he's coasting by on shares now. It's not great. Oh yeah, also if you Google his apology, which is honestly super duper funny and also sad, he basically just admits to everything and is like, well, I put these big creators on it, and also it's rare for someone to be sponsored by a gambling agency or some shit. And also my audience has grown, so it's okay if I promote gambling to kids. So, fun fact, that's wrong. Anyway, yeah, I can't believe I've been, like, forgetting this drama. You can grill me over a fire or some shit. Anyway, let me continue, because I'm fucking tired and I'm recording this at 2 in the morning.
It's very clear that he's happy where he is. No, I had a hard time as a kid separating the real YouTuber from the actor, because most of the time they would play as themselves. I just forgot that some people didn't do that. And he just seems happy where he is. He just stays in his lane and keeps playing what he wants to play. I checked his recent Twitch streams and videos and he's very happy. And so, who am I to judge him? Also, what the fuck?
My name is Timothy delaghetto. I'm the mobster. It's because I just put myself on the line on the last one, and now they're throwing me to the lions.
Do you want us all to die?
Coming from nothing, building my own empire, killing people, figuratively. I would rather shoot myself in the head, because I don't know if I can watch this.
When I was making this and researching Tim, he literally posted like 9 minutes ago. So, yeah, he still exists. Timothy delaghetto, now Timothy.
Chantarangsu. Tim Chantarangsu. That is
Chantarangsu. Tim Chantarangsu. Apologies if I didn't get that one right. He was charismatic and favorited because of how funny he was. He was the funny guy of season 1. In fact, everyone listed him as his best friend when they did interviews.
Along really, really well with Ollie and Tim. They both were just super laid back.
Why are you wearing my jacket?
It's cold in here.
I think my favorite would probably be Tim, because he's like this mobster gangster.
Ollie.
Oh, buddy, how's it going?
Nice of you.
I know.
He played very fair and had people's backs no matter what happened. It's often discussed in his death game, Tim could have easily cheated and not said where his battleship was, but he played fairly no matter what. But also probably wouldn't have due to producers and whatnot.
He stated in interviews that he enjoyed his time on season 1, taking on challenges. He was extremely serious in each one. He once said that his death was his way of completing his character arc. His role was something he saw in himself, building up from nothing. He talks about his life and content, with many praising him and his children, and also discussing many topics on his podcast. He did get into some controversy when he left the show Wild and Out, but claims things remain mutual still. The bigger controversy, which I think was just a lot to handle, was him changing his name, originally attributed to his favorite show, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Well, many people think that these YouTubers just don't stay relevant. They're doing their own thing. They have their own community and people, and that's great for them. It seems like these things never really stopped Tim in his pursuit of just doing what he wants to do. When looking through his content, it's clear he's maintained his happy and confident personality we've come to know and love.
My name is Lele Pons, and I am a hustler. I don't know what Matt is doing. He was just standing there. Sometimes he was like talking about like how wrong we were.
You know what? I'm tired of him
thinking of voting for Matt. I'm not gonna rest until Matt is calm.
Another creator that has been in many controversies actually throughout her career, Lele Pons played the hustler and was one of the most vocal out of the group. Vocal as in good and bad? Yes. Her main thing was being loud and also aggressively hitting Matt. During her challenge with Joey, being electrocuted in this almost ring toss-like style, she obviously didn't make it, being electrocuted to death while trying to get the last owner freed of the house. I do need to admit, these electrocutions were real. Behind the cameras, there was many things going on with her in the cast. Essentially, she was incredibly loud, singing, dancing into the middle of the night. It's noted in the documentary they made.
Craziest for sure was Lele Pons.
Lele.
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 Definitely Lele.
Lele for sure.
Definitely Lele.
Ollie? No. Lele.
Lele's nuts.
She is wild.
She's insane. She's an actual crazy person?
And I think that's because she's a Viner, you know, not a YouTuber. They gotta squeeze everything into 6 seconds, you know, so it's like, she's just...
It's a boy!
We would just be sitting in the trailer and all of a sudden she'd be like screaming and like running across the room.
Everybody was trying to go to sleep and I was just dancing and screaming.
I was rewatching Escape the Night and I was like, where did the Matt beef come from? Because like, everyone is like, oh, was the beef real? Was the beef real? And I was like, I don't really remember there being like beef. Like, it's just been so long, I haven't thought about it in a while. This is me saying, I think I know. So this is not me, I don't really even remember this, okay? I'm just speculating like how things I think were happening to make the beef happen. I just remember a lot of people were like not liking Lele. Like, I just remember a lot of people had shit to say behind her back. A lot of people were just like, ugh, like, she's so loud and she's so annoying and like whatever. Yes, Lele was loud. Yes, Lele was saying a lot, but like, I don't know. I liked having like a girl on set, you know, that was like staying with me. She was like one of the only girls, like towards the end of it. I think Matt was like part of the hate train, and I just wasn't about that, you know? It's like, okay, you cannot like someone, but like you don't need to be running your mouth all the fucking time about it. Like,
outside Escape the Night, Lele has her fair share of controversies within her career. One of the most prominent ones back then was her faking donating her own hair. Lele had also beef with her friend Amanda Kearney after she deleted some of their most popular vines. They both were very popular Vine creators once it was selected. Many dislike Lele to this day, as her old mannerisms can be seen as cringe, but it seems she's more focused on being a mother. Her latest posts were a few days ago at the Anaconda premiere, and a week ago on Instagram taking care of her child. We have to remember that, you know, petty drama like this is 10 years old, and if people put in the work and change, we could still celebrate them.
Yes, donating hair and faking it, that shit sucks, that's just rude. But that controversy happened so long ago. It's clear that she's not into that role anymore. She's taking care of her child and she's just focused on her own life. And honestly, I mean, if she's changing, why would we stop her? No, not you, Shane. No, get the fuck out. Now then, these 8 have perished, but we did have 3 survivors this season. Yes, 3 survivors. It's kind of very common that only 2 survive nowadays, but 3. Those being, obviously, Ollie White, Ava Gutowski, and Joey Graceffa. I'm gonna, of course, talk about how they were during the show, but also talk about where they are right now. So, let's get in it before my phone runs out of storage.
I'm Ava. My character is the journalist. I always just want to see what's happening and I don't think of the consequences.
I'm down if you're down.
They all died!
I hate this.
I love this. I want him out. This is just not what I signed up for. I came here for a dinner party. I feel so lucky to have survived.
The first survivor within the show, the journalist, is heavily praised for being one of the most useful on the show. Essentially, you just kind of survive if you're very smart, which is the case with every single person in the series. Every challenge she was voted in to help, she came back alive and with the person, actually. You know, Matt could learn a thing or two about that. Ava has honestly done it all. She's been very open about her experiences on this show. In fact, I have most information because of her live streams. She had the most fun, but also was insanely invested in the chaos each episode would bring to her.
Also, one thing I want you guys to know is that there were moments where I was genuinely terrified shooting this show. Things genuinely got terrifying and very scary. So you can imagine being in the woods at 3 a.m, shooting this stuff. It was scary at times. Also, a lot of the emotions that I had on camera, times where you would see me like really sad or really nervous or whatever, those were honest emotions because you're like living in this really heightened stage of like production, and I know it's a show, but like it felt so real at times that a lot of us did get emotional and truly wanted our friends to stay and wanted to save our friends and, you know, all of that.
She seems focused on her music career, her last upload being 2 months ago with her song Off the Floor. Personally, I think it's great. It's very much my style when it comes to what I listen to. On other platforms, she continues to post about her daily life with funny and relatable content. Well, it's relatable to me, because I also live near the beach.
Hi again. Wow. 3 for 3. She's so good at this job. Yeah, no, Ava's been in a lot of drama. The most recent one I can think of is the Brent Rivera drama. Oh yeah, fun fact, she used to date Brent Rivera. She was extremely rude to him, but obviously that's part of the point. Anyway, do you know the hotel drama where a YouTuber was caught watching Brent Rivera and apparently Ava as well? And Brent and Ava were extremely entitled and saying they were better than other guests. Yeah, not a good look. Anyway, when I talk about how bad she is, she essentially has a big habit of abandoning friends for much cooler ones. She did this with Sierra and Tila of season 3, and it was a huge drama called the Sister Squad drama, and yeah, they all broke up. She called both of them manipulative, while the other 2 were just like, well, you didn't really care about us. But granted, all 3 of them have dramas of their own. Other than that, she used to be incredibly rude to her ex-boyfriend Alex, and also Brent. So yeah, she's extremely entitled and not the greatest of
The reason
people.
she survived is that she was quick-witted, talented, and smart. The same three things she obviously still has today.
I'm Ollie White, and I am the big game hunter.
What the hell is going on? You killed her!
It's Joey's house. One among There's something fishy going on. In league
I've had enough
with
of
the
this.
evil of
How
the
do we know we can trust you, though?
The only problem I have with one of them is Joey.
Oh my god!
That's you're gonna die.
This night has been the craziest night. Doesn't matter where it is, who it's with.
I don't do dinner parties now.
Why? What the fuck? White, also known as the Big Game Hunter, was the other survivor invited by Joey. From being voted on to voting on others, he's essentially been a team player since the start. All the puzzles and challenges he was invested into, it was insane. In the Skip the Night Season 1 documentary, they highlighted how production blended personality and also their character into one. Though I found it very funny that Ollie was incredibly afraid at times. He was invested but also confused and scared. He played up the terror that this would bring if it happened in real life, which is, you know, expected.
Known for his GTA content, he currently hasn't posted for more than 2 years. On other platforms, he recently moved to Dubai to purchase furniture for his apartment. It seems fans are rather slow on his new content, calling it rather forced or uncalled for. It's clear some just may not like his newer ventures, but Ollie's still continues his positivity and really seems to enjoy this new part of his life.
It's clear that he just, once again, has a different life path now. He's trying new things. He's in a new place, in a new country, in a new area of his life. Why are we gonna judge that? Though, I understand why now.
What do you guys think?
I'm honestly very nervous about my own life and
YouTube account.
the lives of everyone that I invited tonight. It's my responsibility. I'm the one who invited them. It's my party and I can kill whoever I want to.
You played him.
I don't think anyone will understand what happened tonight at this house.
Our savant. Joey is the reason why everyone died. He is the one that invited everyone here after obtaining the estate. Someone he doesn't fucking know. Apparently a strange relative. I don't know. We'll get back to that eventually. Unknown to him, his house staff was secretly wanting the house to themselves, making Joey sacrifice all of his friends to do this. At the end, the survivors aren't aware they didn't banish the evil again, due to the fact that they failed the first time and then they failed the second time. But not fully understanding that, as the evil instead clung on to Joey. So clearly setting up a season 2. Season 2 aired the next year, showing how amazing it was. It was an instant success the moment it hit the YouTube scene. It's clear that this was a passion project for Joey. He started his account like this. He made storytime videos, he made song covers, he made songs, he made movies, he made films, he made so much art, he made things. So it's no wonder that he did this to begin with. He's also known for coming out as gay. I feel like I should have started off with that to begin with. YouTube quickly made a contract with Joey asking for another 3 seasons of this. It was clear it was great. After the success, he continued making content like nothing happened. Clear that he was grinding still, even to this day. He mostly does his dog content now, but he's always been a dog fan. And he does have a gaming channel, which he's seen in before. He collabs with a lot of creators still, even to this day. And obviously his current endeavor is The Lost Tapes, which is technically season 5. Though I call it season like 4.5 due to how little it was, but once again, we're gonna get there. One main thing with Joey is that he'll do whatever he wants, just no matter the consequences. Before this video ends, I want to talk about some fun facts I have. I'm gonna do this with every episode, and it just pertains to this series alone. Lily and Ollie's challenge, being electrocuted, that was real! Those were actual electric shocks. I'm a bit worried that her death was real too. Let's just hope for the best and say it's not. There are clips online of the original outfits for the cast, that having Justine having a red dress instead of white, and a more darker color scheme for the cast in general. I actually really like Justine's red dress, but I will admit her white boa, which is something I really want, looks good too. Many solo images of the cast are considered lost media. Here are these on screen right now. We only found a couple of them, though it's unconfirmed if this was just for some characters or for all characters. Fun fact, Jenna Marbles was going to be on Escape the Night. It was rumored that Joey Graceffa had reportedly asked her each and every season, but she kept declining. Other people were actually declared for season 1 as well, those being Connor Franta, Marmee Hart, and Grace Heelig. I looked it up online, but I couldn't find anything about Marmee Hart. though I'm gonna put on screen if I got that wrong. The other two are just, once again, YouTubers that did the same thing Joey did. Kind of the YouTube era, the golden age of YouTube back then. Tyler Oakley was meant to be on this season, though he reportedly declined season 1, but most likely accepted season 2 after seeing how successful it was. And also because I like season 2 a lot. Personal fun fact, when Joey, Ollie, and Ava are performing the ritual, what appears to be a blue screen is outside. Obviously, I don't fully think this is a blue screen. Honestly, I didn't really notice it back then, but I keep laughing each time because they always use this image. Season 1, episode 7 had to be changed due to IMDb leaking the episode title. In fact, IMDb leaks a lot of the episode titles. Originally, the episode was going to be called Dollhouse. Personally, I like the mermaid tales one we got, just because it's focused on the sirens themselves. Though, I do get the Dollhouse was important, it was just not that important. Fun fact, there were going to be 12 episodes instead of 10. There were meant to be 2 monsters, but there was a lot of cut content, so there's probably somewhere out there some lost footage of those 2 characters. Those being the Banshee and an old sea captain. And fun fact, you can still find that old sea captain in the Escape the Night board game, actually, which is very fun to think of. And that's it. That's all I really have to talk about. In all honesty, it has been really fun talking about this series, and I apologize if you saw me look down at my laptop a lot. I will say, this was a very fun thing to do. I am definitely gonna probably look into season 2 more, though I am currently working on a different video, but if people like this a lot, I'll probably just jumpstart that instead. But tell me below, what did you like about this? Who are your favorite characters, the favorite challenge, puzzles, and deaths? Once again, personally for me, it had to be Tim's death. That one was insane. I liked it a lot, but my favorite, personally, I loved Glow's, Justine's, and Tim's death, but I also really liked a lot of the side characters this season. There was so much to do here, and honestly, I think season 2 made it even better. I can't wait to talk about season 2, but that's just gonna have to wait with the amount of content I want to put out this year. I also hope you're enjoying the style of content. I know that it's not everyone's cup of tea, and there's tons of things I could work on, like lighting. In fact, I was meant to have good lighting, but the light is in China still. Fun fact. But thank you so much for sticking around and watching this whole video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed giving this to you. My name is Mia404. I love you so much.